Allah Imla, Alhaina, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Hamashiach, Wamalakia, Bashem, Harawap, Kakwadash, Barakathum, the water Baba Ba, Wakam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching a likewise doctrine, I like to say Shalom. Today we're gonna get into a couple of videos where in the first video, they talking about how much money they're giving to the migrants, quote unquote, soldiers. And in the other video, the state of California is in the process right now of voting whether if they want the so-called black citizens to have reparations or not. And so they got to midnight tonight to decide, but they already put it out on the news that it's been blocked. So there you go. Now they got money for days. I had to ask for these migrants, but they ain't got nothing for you Israelites, do you? Y'all still believe this man your friend? See, he ain't studying y'all asses, man. When y'all gonna let this vote shit go? That should show you right there that voting does not work. Voting is nothing, man, because these bills, these presidents, these politicians, they're already decided before they go through the motions of voting. See what I'm saying? So, but y'all gonna keep trusting in Egypt until you end up in a FEMA camp. Well, let's go ahead and grab the video real quick. Let's go to the first one. This one is "We See You, Esau," and play "Pulling on People's Emotions Whom Are Struggling. You want order, ab, KO." Exactly. Now, the goal of these Edomites is to put it in your face, black people. Yeah, we giving all this to these people, but you ain't getting shit. What you gonna do? They want you to rise up. We told you this years ago. They want you to rise up against the powers that be so they can lock you down and they'll be able to say it's your fault we had to do this to you, because this is what they want to do anyway. Y'all just ain't roused up enough for them to declare martial law before November. Now, let's get this right here. Let's get this video. And the dude that's speaking, he's a small hat. So yeah, he gonna rub it in you Israelites' face hard, because he wants you to know that they doing this for them, but they ain't doing shit for you. They want you pissed off so you can rise up, so they can lock you down. And then they get to blame it on you.
A migrant family of 4 in New York could get over 20 grand a month in freebies. 500 a night at a hotel, 130 a day for food, and having 2 kids in public school costs us 5 grand a month. We didn't even tack on Mayor Adams' $1,000.
Yeah, he's a small hat. He going into slavery as well.
Cash gift cards, the free healthcare at the ER, the free phones and free lawyers, or the $400,000 in free college tuition per dreamer. Meanwhile, taxpayers with jobs in New York pay thousands to live in a closet.
$15,000 in food stamps and $5,000 cash money. Every month they're getting that. Yes, and they're getting.
Y'all heard that? They're getting $15,000 a month plus $5,000 cash, and they're getting 6 months free rent, lock it. This is in Chicago, so they want the citizens to go to war. And this is also bringing forth division. Esau does not like unity. He knows that if you divide the people, they're weaker, versus when they stand together, they're stronger. Now, these are the things that Esau hates. Once again, he hates righteousness, correction, instruction, truth, reality, order, peace, life, love, justice, and unity. He hates these things. So how you think you're going to get fair treatment from somebody that not only hates righteousness, but hates you, Israelites? It's not going to happen.
6 months free rent, but this was the first time I heard about it. Now that I've heard it's 2 years free rent.
2 years free rent, but they'll kick you Israelites out on your ass if you're a day late.
Getting Section 8 first prioritized before the citizens.
See, before the citizens, they put these soldiers before their citizens. Now y'all see why this man is unfit to rule. Now you see why this man is going in chains. Mm-hmm. Don't get mad. Don't get mad, so-called black people. Hispanics, Latinos, Native Americans, don't get mad. Let them do it. First of all, because number one, let them earn their judgments. And number two, don't worry about reparations. Don't worry about it. I got some scriptures that's going to put a smile on your face. So don't worry about Esau's paper money that's about to be worthless. Let's get through the videos first.
So the Venezuelan migrants that are coming in here, they are getting 6 months free rent, $15,000 interest stamps, and on the credit card, $5,000. Cash. Oh my goodness. How do the people in Chicago feel about that?
See, you see her? How do the people in Chicago feel about that? See how she egging it on? Them Edomites, man, they sneaky as hell, man, starting shit. That's all she doing. How do you think they feel?
People are angry because there's a lot of people, that need help with Medicaid or food stamps, and they get rejected.
Tell me about the people that you've seen on the streets collecting phones.
By my house, there's a Walgreens. There's a lot of families that go stand by the door with a pamphlet saying they need money and food. And they're Venezuelans getting money. And then they go in the bus and don't pay. Go in the trains, don't pay. And they're not getting in trouble for none of the wrong things they're doing.
They can commit a crime or steal or something and nothing happens to them.
Nothing happens.
See, they can commit crimes, and nothing happen to them. See?
Get away with everything.
You know why they ain't getting in trouble? Because Esau wants these people to get used to doing whatever they want to. So when they get that green light, they're going to wreak havoc automatically because they know they're not getting in trouble.
By my house, a car passed by. It said Venezuela in the back windshield. On the front windshield said Venezuela, and on the side of the window it said Chandel Roswell.
The bill makes illegal migrants eligible for $150,000 to buy a new home. Lawmakers created the program so citizens and legal residents could afford to live here. But
See that? California Senate passes bill giving illegals up to $150,000 for first-time home buyers. Yet in the same breath, once again, California has denied so-called black residents reparations. They showing you they hate you, Israelites. They're not going to say it. They're just going to show you.
last week, Democrats changed the law to say this: an applicant who meets requirements for the loan assistance program shall not be disqualified solely based on the applicant's immigration status.
The social and economic benefits of homeownership should be accessible to everyone, regardless of immigration status.
So the program provides first-time buyers with a zero-interest loan up to 20% of the home's purchase price. So that's up to $150,000 cash up front for a down payment and closing costs. This year, this $255 million program sold out in 11 hours, requiring a lottery. 18,000 applied, 2,000 got loans. And when a home sells, the state is repaid with a small percentage of any appreciation. The bill is sponsored by a prominent Latino rights group with close ties to Vice President Harris.
What the rest of the America needs to be worried about.
Y'all see those fringes on that flag? Every time you step into a courtroom, you see those yellow fringes on the flag, you are being judged under British law, maritime law. So no, there is no justice.
Is the Kamala Harris-Walz administration taking these crazy California ideas and nationalizing them and taking them to the rest of the country. The country can't afford to buy illegal immigrants' homes.
A taxpayer-funded group is offering $30,000 to new home buyers. Lauren, you cannot apply if you're an American citizen. What's with that?
See? But see, Esau is showing you Edomites that he don't care about his own people neither. Esau is the Edomites are coming under the curses that we were under. Now they're being discriminated against just because they're Americans. See how the Lord taking the curses off of us and putting them on our enemies? That's why I said, if y'all worried about reparations, don't trip. I got scriptures that's going to put a smile on your face. Let's get through the videos first.
Why would an American citizen apply for a taxpayer-funded program to get $30,000 for a new home? I mean, it's wild. The group is called Hacienda Community Development Corporation. They offer payment assistance in Oregon to DACA recipients, asylees, green card holders, basically any non-U.S. citizen. This is state-sponsored discrimination, Stuart. That's what it is. I mean,
see, she called it state-sponsored discrimination. Now it's the curses coming down on your people. Get used to it.
and it's crazy. That's their goal. They want to open up housing and the American dream to non-U.S. citizens.
Exactly. Which is why Esau is unfit to rule.
Okay, I guess that's the reason why. That's why we have an open border, because eventually these folks will vote and vote Democrat because they're the people who let them in. That's what this is about.
Part of me wants to say,
no, this is about giving these soldiers everything they need so they can come after Americans. Y'all just don't see the play. Y'all too proud and too stupid to see these people as have brought an army here and given them everything that you used to get just to murder you down the road. But see, Esau claimed, these Edomites claim they're so smart, but they don't see this right in front of them. They don't see that Esau is so goddamn stuck on stupid and in his feelings, he's willing to destroy his own country out of hatred for us. That's a goddamn idiot. And you gonna see, when he go in them chains, ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for him.
crazy things happen in Oregon, but I think this will go far beyond Oregon. There is a critical shortage of houses across the United States, particularly in Oregon, and then they're giving $30K to non-taxpayers.
Yeah, which will raise the price of houses.
For everybody else.
Yeah. They're giving these soldiers $30,000 of your tax money, Americans, to rape, rob, and murder you. That's how Esau get down.
Pathetic.
This is Democracy Now.
He's right. It is pathetic. But that's what Edomites are. Pathetic. Now check this out. Protest erupts at California state capitol because of stalled reparation proposals. They stalled it. But last time I heard about it, they said they denied it. They denied reparations for so-called blacks in California. Let's see what it do.
Tonight is the final night of California's legislative session. State lawmakers have until midnight tonight to pass proposed laws for the year. Ahead of the deadline, advocates for reparations for Black Californians have been protesting all day as lawmakers plan to block two key bills for that effort. KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala is live at the state capitol right now with what's happening. Ashley?
That's right, Orko. This has been the big story mainly all day here. California's Legislative Black Caucus, which represents the black members of the state legislature, confirmed that lawmakers will not move forward with those two key proposals. The first, SB 1403, which would establish a state agency to oversee the state's reparations efforts. The other, SB 1331, that would establish a state fund for reparations. So the blocking of these bills has angered protesters who've been in the Capitol Rotunda all day, yelling at lawmakers in the assembly to bring the bills up for a vote. State Senator Stephen Bradford said Governor Newsom's office asked him to make changes to the bill that would establish the state agency. And Stephen Bradford said Governor Newsom's office asked for a vote. State Senator
You stole us, you sold us, you owe us reparations now. Don't trip, don't trip, don't trip. We got them. Don't trip.
Senator Stephen Bradford said Governor Newsom's office asked him to make changes to the bill that would establish the state agency and to instead turn it into a study of reparations recommendations by the University of California. Bradford would not accept the changes, and he says the Legislative Black Caucus is afraid of the veto. But the leader of the Legislative Black Caucus, Assemblymember Lori Wilson, denied this. Bradford told us, though, the bills have the votes.
We're at the finish line. And I think we as a Black Caucus owe it to the descendants of chattel slavery. We owe it to Black Californians and Black Americans to move this legislation forward and get it to the governor's desk.
Now, nothing is final until the gavel drops here at midnight, but it's unlikely that these bills will come up for a vote. So it's something that we'll continue to watch.
See? You're not convinced that Esau is your enemy? He ain't gonna say shit. He's just gonna show you how much he hates you. Now, they can pull all the money out the ass for these so-called migrants, but they showing you Israelites how they feel about you. They ain't gonna let you get up above them. They need you at the bottom. That's why Kamala Harris told you in so many words, roughly paraphrasing, she ain't doing shit for y'all. But cackle up in your face with that fake ass, annoying ass laugh. That's all she got for you, cackling. Let's get some scriptures. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Earth is given to the hand of the wicked, because the faces of the judges thereof are not where. Who is he? That's why all this wickedness and unfairness is allowed. All these unjust decrees are allowed because of the wicked. Now let's go to Job chapter 20. Verse 5, the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Yeah, that instant gratification for Esau, but see, it ain't gonna be nothing instant in the kingdom, because them days of 1,000 years gonna go by slowly as hell for your ass. Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. Woe mean destruction, unrighteous decrees, unfair laws, and right grievousness which they prescribe. Verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. Is that not what they're doing? Yes. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 26 and 10. Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. I told y'all, stop expecting the wicked to be righteous. It's not going to happen. This man is in his feelings. He ain't finna give you shit because he knows he's about to lose his kingdom. He knows that he had but a short time. Stop looking for it. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee, woe mean destruction. Woe to thee that spoileth, spoil mean to rob. And thou was not spoiled and dealt treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. See how he dealing treacherously with the Israelites in California? When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. The Lord gonna put them other nations on the United States and Israel's ass. Isaiah 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Greek for Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgments. You are the cursed people, Edomites. That blonde hair, that pale skin, those are curses. Leprosy of the skin and blonde hair, you are cursed. Verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys and rams. All of these are the heathens. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra. It's a town inhabited by Edomites. You are people before you are a place. and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Yeah. The Lord about to do something real bad to y'all because of how y'all treating us. Matter of fact, bad is an understatement. Y'all finna get it because of what you're purposely doing to us. That's why nobody gonna feel sorry for your ass. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 10, the soul of the wicked desire evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Esau don't give a fuck. That's why those that show no mercy shall have no mercy. Roughly paraphrasing the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. Let's keep going. Let's go to the book. It's a lot. Let's go to the book of Sirach. Chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, Esau, nor to him that giveth no alms. He's not giving any alms. Alms is like assistance. He's not doing it. Why? Because he in his feelings. So him been in his feelings for over 2,000 years. You ain't healed yet. Your emotions still fragile. Poor excuse for a man. Let's keep going. Matter of fact, let me get Sirach chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. See, all these migrants, they think they're getting some help. They got a job to do. Destroy this country from within. So he's not helping anybody. He's using these migrants to destroy his own kingdom. Who does that? Edom. Now let's go to see the book of Sirach, chapter 20, chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath the joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Al-Ratazar, we are amongst those that will get that honor to see our enemies go in chains. Al-Ratazar. Let's go to chapter 27. We start at verse 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. Esau. Verse 26. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth the trap shall be taken therein. Verse 27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. Esau, you don't know when the Lord is going to get your ass. Verse 28, mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. Verse 30, malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have them both. Esau, you in trouble, homie. Trouble is an understatement, man, because guess what? You the only nation prophesies after your 1,000 years of slavery, you gonna be rounded up and exterminated. No more white people. Like I said, who gonna feel sorry for you? You brought this shit on yourself. Look how you do people. Ain't nobody gonna miss your dumb ass. Now let's go back to Sirach. Nobody gonna miss you. Matter of fact, it's prophesied that the whole earth gonna rejoice when your ass is gone. Verse 5, chapter 14. He that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Now he's short stopping other Edomites from buying houses. See, them curses getting shifted. Verse 7, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he would declare his wickedness. See, the migrants think this is a good thing Esau doing for them. No, he using y'all to destroy this country. A lot of people about to die. Billions of people are about to die. So he needs another army. Because the real military is in other countries starting shit fucking with them. So he needs somebody here to destroy this country. He knows that American military will not fire on unarmed U.S. citizens. But he also knows if he pays these people to do it, they will do it. There you go. James chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And another word that should be in that scripture is emotional. An emotional man is unstable in all his ways. But that's all Esau is, a ball of emotions. You worse than a female, homie. How you switch it up. Second Peter chapter 1, verse 16. Hold up. That ain't it. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10. Hold up. 29. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Yeah, they down at that courthouse mourning. Because the wicked beareth rule. They know exactly what they're doing. They know the outcome of every action they perform. They know that by not giving so-called black people reparations, it's going to piss them off. They also know that giving these migrants everything that we ever asked for is going to piss them off too. So, like I said in the beginning of this video, their goal is to piss you off to the point you go out in the street and rise up and they can lock you down, declare martial law, they get around the Constitution, and they can blame you at the same time. It's your fault we had to do this to you. That's Esau's play. Same play. He used to run the same plays over and over. Deliberately deny you ordinary, simple things, and then give it to somebody else right in your face. He knows. Like I said, don't trip. I got some scriptures that's going to put a smile on your face. Let's just get through the rest of these. Then I'm going to open up on them. Don't trip on reparations, y'all. Because if Esau had any intention of doing that, he would have did it a long time ago. So do yourself a favor, stop asking for it. The Lord is going to deliver justice. He's going to deliver reparation. Let's keep going, though. Psalms 83. And we start at verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Yeah, they that hate you lift up the head, meaning they looking down at you. I told you Esau needs somebody to look down at to make himself feel better about his punk ass self. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4, they have said, come on, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. Yeah, they're trying to cut you off from being a nation. That's why you're calling yourself black, African American. So you're going to drop what the Lord called you, an Israelite, but you're going to proudly boast the fact that you now carry the name of two Edomites. Africa was named after an Edomite, and America was named after an Edomite. So you named after two Edomites now? Yeah, that's a slap in the Lord's face. Yeah, they are confederate against thee. The Lord names off the enemies of Israel. Edom, number 1. Start at verse 5. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All these nations are in agreement that they're going to keep us at the bottom. That's why all of them going into captivity at the same goddamn time. Told you, don't trip on reparations, baby. Because in reality, all Esau going to do is tax shit out of it, and you're going to give it right back to him. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom, number 1 enemy. The Ishmaelites, the Arabs, of Moab, Chinese, and the Hagarenes. I'm not sure on who they are. Verse 7, Gabal and Ammon. I'm not sure on Gabal, but I know Ammon is Japanese. And Amalek, the small hats. Look at there. The Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre. I think these are Africans. So yeah, they're going to keep you at the bottom so they can stay on top. Psalm 73. Verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Speak loftily means that you speaking into somebody like you better than them. Yeah, they're very lofty speakers. Now let's go to Psalms 53. And we can start at verse 1. To the chief musician of Mahalath, Mashil, a psalm of David, the fool have said in his heart, there is no Yahweh. They are corrupt. Corrupt they are, Salakia, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. And it says this again in Psalm chapter 14, verse 1. Let's keep going. Let's go to 39. Psalms chapter 39. Oh, Salaki, it's 34. Can't read my own handwriting. Psalm chapter 34, verse 21. Evil shall slay the wicked and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Who hates the righteous? Esau, Amalek, and these other nations. But nobody like Esau and Amalek. If you go as far to steal somebody's identity, and despite the fact that the truth came out, you still trying to hold on to that lie, you're a special kind of liar, dude. Extermination is the only answer. Psalm chapter 64, verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked and from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, Edomites. Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. That's when they false accusing you of lying on you. Shooting arrows at the perfect, the Israelites. False accuse you spiritually. Shit like that, little fuck shit. Like when you walk by, they clutch their purse or they'll lock their doors. That's false accusing you spiritually, calling you a thief spiritually, but they're the biggest thieves this planet has ever seen. The irony, the caucasity. Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 11, verse 40. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were passed and had power over the world with great fearfulness and over the whole compass of the earth, which much wicked oppression and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. That's Esau. That's all he knows, depression, lies, death. And that's his answer for everything. Death, violence, and destruction. That's his answer for everything. So the Lord gonna give him what he loves. He loves death, destruction, and violence. The Lord finna give it to him, and he gonna drink it. You're gonna get a cup, a double shot of violence, death, slavery, destruction. Right up your alley. That's what you like, right? So, yeah. Habakkuk chapter 2. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So how can he possibly be a righteous ruler? But the just shall live by his faith. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 26. That ain't it. I thought that was it. That ain't it. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? The answer is no. Then may he also do good that are accustomed to do evil. We know that's not possible. If an Ethiopian cannot change his skin or a leopard his spots, Esau cannot do good. Let's go to the rest of Esther. Chapter 13, verse 5. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, Esau, Amalek, differing in the strange manner of their laws. These laws are different. You're going to get people from another country of the world, but you're going to shit on your own citizens. Yeah, those are very different. And evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can, that our kingdom may not be firmly established. That's exactly what he's doing. All this is mischief. He framed as mischief by law. Roughly paraphrasing the scripture. That's all he doing. Now let's go to 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. Chapter 7, verse 31. And though that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get one more. Psalm chapter 7, verse 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. Yep. Because he's setting this shit up. If you can't see that by now, it's so obvious. So he can blame you. But no, it's him. And the Lord is going to make him look in the mirror to accept his identity, his judgment, and his future. It's going to be a whole lot of crying. Esau, he's a crybaby now. He's a baby. We don't give a damn. Oh, shit. Let me give another one. Wrongful judgment. Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 4. The law is slack and judgment never go forth, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrongful judgment proceedeth. Because why? Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You heard in that video, that Venezuelan woman said that they can go out and do whatever and not get in trouble. The law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. That's why you're going to have a society of chaos and lawlessness. Are these not two main characteristics of Esau? Lawlessness, carelessness. Yeah, Esau is those things and more. Let's go to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3. That's not it. But now, remember when I told y'all, don't trip on reparations, because I got scriptures that's going to put a smile on your face. This is going to put a smile on your face. Don't worry about Esau reparations. You know why? Because Esau is the reparation. You're going to own him, literally. You're going to own his family, literally. They ain't going to be able to do shit about it. That's why I said don't trip over Esau paper money with his face on it. He is the reparation. So yeah, he going to be building your palace, kings. You're going to be getting his daughters, kings. Don't worry about it. Psalm chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Verse 9. And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Let's keep going. Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, You are about to own these heathen nations. You're about to own them. Their men, their women, their children. You're going to own these people. That's why I said, don't trip on reparations, baby. Data reparation. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron as the vessels of a potter. Shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. Worry about it, baby. Psalms, chapter 149, verse 6. That the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Verse 8, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Told you, you at least gonna be the first fruits of slavery, baby. Verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Now you see why we fighting so hard? We want that payback, baby. Mm-hmm. No cap. Now you see why we out here teaching so we can wake up the elect? Let's get this ball rolling. Because we tired of Esau and we tired of Babylon. We tired of these abominable ass people. And we tired of the wicked being in rulership. We want a righteous kingdom. And we want to make it through this World War III so we can be in the kingdom with the Lord. And you don't die and go to the kingdom. No, who told you that? Lying-ass Christians? Lying-ass pastors? Yeah, I thought so. No, heaven is coming to earth, baby. Because when all these nations go into captivity after World War III, they're gonna rebuild our kingdom for free. Because right now Esau is in his heaven. Heaven and hell are conditions. They're not places you go when you die. Another Christian ass lie. Esau is in his heaven right now because he's in rulership. He's about to be in his hell when he goes into captivity. The Lord is about to reverse the roles, just like we're in our hell right now because our enemy is ruling over us. But when he goes into captivity for 1,000 years, we will be in our heaven with the Lord Yahweh Shai and King David and the 144,000 and the innumerable 1/3. All of them gonna be immortals. Esau, you ain't gonna be able to do shit. Yeah, you gonna be in your hell because you ain't gonna have no say so about nothing, homie. Told y'all, don't trip on this reparation, man. Bullshit. They are the reparation. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and yet will choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Don't trip over the reparation. Don't trip over this bullshit money. They are the reparation. Some more punishments for Esau. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Yep. Prepare slaughter for his children. Let's keep going. The book of Numbers, chapter 24. And we can start at verse 17, read down to 20. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. Thou shalt come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. A scepter is a symbol of rulership. and shall smite the corners of Moab, Chinese, and destroy the children of Sheth. Verse 18, and Edom shall be a possession. See, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and he shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Verse 20, and when he looked on Amalek, small hats, he took up his parable and said Amalek was the first of the nations, meaning he's in charge right now, which is true, prophecy fulfilled. But his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Yeah, you small hats finna get it too, baby. Now let's go to Ezekiel. Chapter 25. Moab, you in trouble too, baby? Let me get it for you. Japanese, you Ammonites, ooh, y'all in trouble too. Y'all might, this says y'all gonna be eradicated too. Ezekiel chapter 25, we'll start at verse 10. Unto the men of the east with the Ammonites will I give them in possession, and that the Ammonites may not be remembered among the nations. Ooh, Japanese people, y'all about to be exterminated too. Verse 11, and I will execute judgments upon Moab, that's the Chinese, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Now, verse 12, this is talking about Edom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom have dealt treacherously, had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. That's why they denied your reparations, because they hate you. Verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of the Don shall fall by the sword. Teman and the Don were cities inhabited by Edomites. You are people before you are placed. Verse 14, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. That sounds like an ass beating. No, ass whooping with a capital R. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to mine fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh. Verse 17, and I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am the Lord, when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. Yeah, y'all in trouble. Trouble is an understatement compared to what the Lord about to do to y'all. Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. No, verse 3. Verse 2. Verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Those are the Edomites. Verse 3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. He's going to lay your cities desolate. This country's about to be destroyed. Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and will cut off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them. Ooh, you in trouble, E. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Verse 12. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, that I have heard all thy blasphemies, which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying they are laid desolate. They are given us to consume. See, these people think that they can do whatever they want to us. When I see it in the video, y'all getting way too comfortable murdering us. So what the Lord say? How you going to remedy that? This is how. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred for blood, had a perpetual hatred, and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time of their calamity had an end. Verse 6, therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. We told y'all, once these people really, once it sinks in what y'all have really done to these people, once they really understand what y'all did to these people, they're going to be stringing up lying-ass politicians, pastors, and who else involved. They're going to be like, forget it. No, we want that ass now. Matter of fact, politicians getting threatened right now. I seen in a video the other day. They threatening politicians. We told y'all they're going to be stringing y'all asses up. Because y'all playing with people. Y'all playing with people's lives, their livelihood, their families. Y'all playing with people. But they ain't gonna play with you. Wait till they get their hands around that pale ass neck. Verse 13. Thus with my mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Lord knows that y'all are some blasphemous liars. So what you think he gonna do to y'all? Verse 15. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Ooh, thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. And they shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Woo! He gonna lay all y'all desolate. O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. Guess what? That includes you small hats too. Y'all ain't get y'all the biggest in trouble. Y'all took on the lowest people identity and dogged them out and lied about everything. Yeah, you small hats. That's why y'all getting bombed right now. Now let's go to the book of Obadiah and close. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yes, they are. Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, took advantage of the Israelites, you shitted on the Israelites, now it's your turn. So shall all the heathen drink continually their cup of slavery, and y'all getting a double shot. We had a single shot, y'all getting a double shot. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Everything you stole, you're giving it back. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Verse 21, and Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. That's why I said, don't trip on reparations. Let these people earn their judgment. Because they ain't gonna be able to blame nobody but themselves. They're gonna be forced to accept their identity versus running from it for the past 2,000 plus years. And they're gonna be forced to accept that they are the dumbasses that the Bible says they are, who destroys their own kingdom out of hatred for another people. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. But let these people continue to lie their way into slavery. Let them continue to steal their way into slavery. Let them continue to murder their way into slavery. So the planet, the people, the animals, the plants, the water, the air can rejoice, because all of it will be finally free from this fucking idiot. Call all you blala hay now Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wamalakia, by Hashem Harawat, Kakurash, Baraka Thumb, the water by Babal, Wakwam Yasharal. Shalom.